By these few words, I offer my worship to the Divine Mother, who is being adored these 7 nights. ये 7वां रात है. Today is the 7th night. 3 days Mother Durga was worshipped. 3 days Mother Durga and Mother Lakshmi were worshipped. 6 days, and today Mahasaraswati also is shining by their side. To them, the servant of Guru Maharaj, Swami Shivananda, offers worship in the form of these few ideas put before you, who are all her divine children, who are all her divine children in the spirit. So she is addressed as Mateshwari. Durga is Durgati Vidarini, Durgati Damani. She destroys all inauspicious and adverse conditions in your life. She destroys everything that is negative and undesirable. Anything that is Durgati. And Mahalakshmi is Aishwaryadayini. She gives all wealth, prosperity, plenty. She manifests in our life as Ashtalakshmi, as we mentioned yesterday. Dhana, Dhanya, Dhairya, Samriddhi, Saubhagya. Santana. And Saraswati Aishwaryadayini is necessary in order to carry on our prapancha. Here all things are got done through paying a price. If you want a carpenter to make a chaukat and a window, or a chaukat and a door, you have to pay him Lakshmi. Then only he does it. If you want the electrician to fix up something has gone wrong with the line, you have to pay money, purchase the length of wiring that is necessary, and purchase whatever else he says. You have to put a switchboard here. That switchboard is burnt inside, it's spoiled, it will not function any longer. You have to pay money, purchase the necessary thing, And for the person who fixes it up, you have to pay his labor charges. All this serial lighting we have put, it's all the outcome of money, result of money. Otherwise it will not come. We have taken our supper in the evening and therefore we are comfortably sitting and participating in the program. Otherwise, without taking supper, if you were to come, mind will not be here, mind will be kitchen. On the food, not upon the program. But because you have tucked in a good supper, whatever form it is, दूध फल लेने वाला दूध फल लेता है, पूरा पका भोजन लेने वाला पका भोजन लेता है, जो कुछ भी करता है वो पैसा दे करके सामग्री खरीद करके उसके बाद पकवान पकाया जाता है. And at the end of the puja, after archana, dhoop, deep, there is naivedya, bhog naivedya. Something special is made which is distributed to all the assembled devotees before they disperse. And to prepare that bhog prasad, naivedya, Mahalakshmi is again necessary. Nothing happens here without Swami Chidananda lives by the side of Holy Mother Ganga in Guru Nimas. And it is beyond his physical capacity to come walking from Guru Nimas to this sacred place, to this auspicious spiritual assembly here. So naturally, he has to use a motor vehicle and come up. And that vehicle consumes diesel oil. Now you see, Swami Chidananda's coming here also is Mahalakshmi. Without her help, without taka, nothing is possible. And when I go down again after the way, puja is over, again that vehicle will consume diesel to take me till Guru Nimas. That means Mahalakshmi, indispensable morning till night. Morning till night. And at this moment, even in the night, they keep 2 fans running, otherwise mosquitoes come and bite. So all night long electricity is consumed, and as electricity is consumed, the meter also will go on working and show the consumption of electricity. So as you are sleeping also, you are spending money. And you are spending money, and therefore Mahalakshmi is indispensable. Subere se Sham tak, Sham se Subere tak. रात को तुम सोते वक्त भी तुम महालक्ष्मी के कृपा के ऊपर ही सोया करते हो. ऐसा महालक्ष्मी का चमत्कार. या देवी सर्वभूतेषु चेतनेत्यभिधीयते नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु श्रद्धारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु विष्णुमायेति शब्दिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः श्री विष्णुमाया Vishnumaya. Therefore, Vishnu has no coming of any Aishwarya. So, he is gorgeously clad in yellow silken cloth, Pidambara, and wears, as I mentioned yesterday, Kaustubha, whereas Lord Shiva wears only serpents. She has not a costly ornament because he hasn't got Lakshmi with him. And Brahma wears a simple flower garland. Riding on a swan, he wears a flower garland. And maybe one Spatika mani he may be wearing. But where Lakshmi is there is a grandeur, costly things, Mahalakshmi. And ultimately, in the ultimate analysis, all these plenties and bounties that Lakshmi, Mahalakshmi may shower upon you, one day you have to leave everything and go. एक दिन मिट्टी में मिल जाना, एक दिन आग में जल जाना. हाड़ जले जैसा लकड़ी की मूली, बाल जले जैसा घास की पूली. कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधु, एक दिन सब जाना. One day, all this power and plenty and prosperity and bounty that Lakshmi bestows, one day we have to go, because life is surrounded by death. When you are born, you are bound to die. Jatasya hi dhruvar mrityu. And as a matter of fact, the process of death does not come when you have become very old and your last illness has come, and then the illness becomes worse. You take him to Vaidya, Hakim, and doctor and all that. They all make examination. They make examination. They ask you to put out your tongue. They look into your eye. They look at the nails. What all they find, we don't know. But then they prescribe. And you could take medicine. But ultimately the disease goes on getting worse. One day you pass away. But it is not that last illness that brought you to your death. The journey towards death commenced the moment the child was born. The moment the child has taken birth, it starts moving towards death. At the end of each day, where does the Jivatma find itself? One day nearer to the exit point, the last day. At the end of another day, sunrise and sunset, 2 days nearer to death. Another day passes, 3 days nearer to death. Another day passes, the child becomes 4 days old, 4 days nearer to death. The child's growing in age only means going nearer and nearer to death. Gurudev said that when a person falls ill, then you call the doctor. When the doctor comes, what happens? He says, examination, diagnosis, prescription, and cremation. After examination and diagnosis, prescription follows, and then cremation follows without fail. That is so it is only Bhagavati Mahasaraswati who puts an end to this cycle. She is Jnanadayini. Durgatinashini, Durga, Aishwaradayini, Lakshmi, Jnanadayini, Mahasaraswati. She gives both worldly knowledge of all sciences, which our ancient, our Upanishads called Aparavidya. It makes you a scholar, highly learned, respected, PhD, double PhD, philosopher. But this Aparavidya can only bring you name, fame, position, but it cannot free you from death. Paravidya. Paravidya is the liberating science. That higher knowledge liberates you once and for all, forever from this coming into this world of pain and death. It frees you from pain, it frees you from death. बीमारी भी नहीं, मृत्यु भी नहीं है. That jnana, paravidya, brahma jnana, atma, that is bestowed by Jnanadayini Saraswati. She is the giver of both secular knowledge as well as spiritual knowledge. She is the giver of the Aparavidya as well as Paravidya. Aparavidya serves many such purposes in Prapancha. Paravidya serves you in the Paramartha. To attain self-realization, Atmajnana or Brahmajnana, and become forever liberated. Sarva Dukkha Nivritti, Paramananda Prapti. this Kaivalya Moksha Prapti is Saraswati's great unparalleled bestowal upon her worshipper. Therefore, we are fortunate enough, lucky enough to worship Mahasaraswati during the last 3 days. At the feet of all of them, I bow with reverence, and today, yesterday also, I am very happy to tell you, we are getting the full darshan of Durga Mata as well as our Lakshmi Mata ji and Saraswati Rani, Nakashika Paryanta darshan. Otherwise, what they used to say, what they used to do, in the name of decoration, they used to tie her up with some silk or cloth, satin or velvet cloth, right up till here. I say, what is this darshan? Half the darshan you have cut off. And this is not a decoration. One must be able to have full darshan of Mother. Then you do any decoration you want, all around. But don't hide her. Then he caught the point and very kindly, from yesterday, he has removed that cloth because सब चरण का दर्शन करना चाहते हैं. सो चरण का दर्शन तो नहीं होता है, वेलवेट का दर्शन होता है. मैंने कहा ये तो ठीक नहीं है भाई. And so now they are shining in all their glory. You are able to get Nakashika Paryanta darshan of Mother, and most of all, you are able to get a glimpse of her divine lotus feet. That itself is Mokshadayaka darshan. I don't know why in Laukik parlance also, Charan Sparsh, please give Charan Sparsh. Yes. Though the head is called the Uttamanga, because it rules the whole, both biologically as well as psychologically. It rules the whole mechanism of man. Biologically, without the central nervous system, none of your avayavas will work. Neither the outer avayavas of hands and feet and arms and fingers and all that, nor the inner avayavas of heart, lungs, stomach, liver, pancreas, larger intestines, smaller intestines and larger intestines. Everything, the entire mechanism of man, outer and inner, visible and hidden inside the rib cage, all works due to the central nervous system. And at the same time, from the point of view of psychology, all inquiry, planning, calculation, imagination, because Taj Mahal was built, because the one who built it imagined the Taj Mahal first in his mind. Such should be the structure, such should be the material, such should be the dimensions na bhuto na bhavishyati. It must be one of the wonders of the world. And it will consume so much marble. From where we will get that marble? From which quarry? Khani. Like that, first of all, it took shape inside the brain, in the thought world of the person, to the minutest detail, and the intricate work they have done of inlaying, chipping away some centimeter of depth of marble in the form of creepers, flowers, fruits, from floor to top, and afterwards carving out those little pieces separately in marble, and then inlaying leaf over the leaf depth, inlaying the flower over the flower depth, inlaying the fruit over the fruit depth, inlaying a little, कभी कभी लताओं में कुछ ऐसा एक तरफ का ये रहता है, वहाँ पत्ता भी नहीं रहता है, फूल भी नहीं रहता है, जस्ट ऐसा two words and then a tip end. Everything was first prepared inside the mind. And afterwards, what is already ready in the mind was projected there. Same thing. On the way from Gaya to Patna comes a large river. And the river is called the Son River. Several kilometers wide. Of course, only in rainy season it is full of water. Otherwise, more than 2/3 or 3/3 it is sand. You can see only sand. The river is going somewhere in the center. It is near a place, a town called Dehri. So that town is called Dehri on Son. Dehri on Son. And once, if you are traveling in a train going to Calcutta, and then the Son Bridge comes, and the noise, sound changes. See, when it is going upon clear rails, the sound is different. The moment it comes upon a bridge, the sound changes because it goes upon great iron steel girders. It comes, and this gad commences and then never ends. अरे ये क्या है, कहाँ जा रहा है, क्या पुल है भाई? Then each and every passenger, curiosity is part of man's nature, gets up and looks out the window. Looks out the window. Children get up, but we are all children in some respects. So we go and get up. What is this gad, never ending? Where is the train going, moving? Then we see, on either side we see nothing. We cannot see the banks. And if you look at the side windows, only sand and sand and sand. And then you pass a little water also. Even the bridge on the Yamuna, just before you reach Delhi, Old Delhi railway station, on the outskirts of the Red Fort walls, it fairly and Near Varanasi also there is a bridge crossing Ganga. And Varanasi bridge is a phenomenon. Delhi bridge also is a phenomenon. Simultaneously with the railway bridge, there is a road also going on top. Below is going the train. And above, normal traffic, buses, scooters, motorcycle, car, trucks, everything they are going. Railroad bridge. First it is mainly constructed from, I think Howrah bridge also is a railroad bridge. But only, yes, Howrah bridge also, rail and road. And no, it's only a road bridge. But it's a very famous bridge. Delhi also, a great phenomenon. Whosoever built that Delhi on Soul bridge, he had the entire bridge in his brain first. To the last nut and bolt, girder, everything. And the completion, what paint to give. They usually give paint of red oxide. But because it is a two-way thing, it prevents rusting, corrosion of the metal. Secondly, it becomes a waterproof coating also during rainy season, which encourages rust upon another level. But what we were trying to see is Saraswati Shakti, Medha, the mind, with all the know-how, jnana, conceives of the whole project in its subtle form, invisible form, already within the knowledge of the architect, engineer, the builder. To the last detail, it is already conceived. And then afterwards, it is put down on paper in the form of blueprints, plans, sketches, designs, and then that is further converted into the finished products, giving employment to hundreds of laborers, sometimes requiring the setting up of a couple of new cement factories in order to supply necessary cement. And it is a very intricate work. I always used to wonder, how do they manage to sink these columns in water? Foundation has to be made, whereas the ground is covered over with flowing water. How do they make foundation there? Underwater you cannot make foundation. If you dig, water will fill it in. Then I actually saw these bridges are normally having columns that are elliptical in shape. They are not oval like an egg. It is the breadth is less, the length is more, because over it they have to lay the rails, double two-way rails. So length has to be more. Breadth is not so very, comparatively. Otherwise, breadth is also quite sufficient. Then I found that they start by driving into the river bed by ramming a number of girders in this way, creating an independent area, then pumping out the water. When they completely pump out the water, this is so closely brought about, water cannot enter it. And what is already there is pumped out. So it creates an empty and hollow space in between. And there the workmen go in and start doing the work. And the pump has to keep on working, because as they dig the bed under the bed, water from all the other sides through seepage starts accumulating there. And the pump keeps on throwing it out, and work is done. All these things are planned by Bhagavati Saraswati beforehand. And this is her bestowal of jnana in the form of aparavidya. But in the ultimate analysis, the great and the grand and the wonderful thing Ma Saraswati does is she gives you the Paravidya, Brahmajnana, and liberates you once and for all. Kaivalya Moksha Samrajya is given so that you attain the state of Sarva Dukkha Nivritti, Paramananda Prapti, Nitya Tripti. This is Mahasaraswati's great bestowal. She has also come and joined for the last 3 days. So at the feet of all three, Durga Sinashini Durge, Aishwaryadayini Lakshmi, and Vidyadayini and Jnana and Mokshadayini Saraswati, we bow worshipfully again and again, offering these words at their feet. And due to their giving Nakhashika Paryanta Darshana, we are able to literally offer it at their feet, because Mother's feet are also visible now. They are not covered over, feet are also visible. We are able to get full darshana, purna darshana, and offering it at Mother's feet and offering these words at your feet, being the children of the Mother or Divine Family, I conclude tonight's Seva. Hari Om.